San Diego County, a shimmering piece of California's paradise. From the picturesque desert and cascading mountains to the vibrant beach communities dancing along our coast, it's a global destination for millions.
This is more than sewage.
But over the years, contamination has spilled into the very ecosystem of the South Bay. Test results from the water in the Tijuana River, they show arsenic, cadmium, chromium, copper, lead, nickel, silver, zinc.
We're really concerned about what's in the air.
This is an environmental injustice, I would say the largest in the nation.
Land, air, sea, all so delicately interconnected and all threatened by a sewage crisis. This is an ABC 10 News special, Contaminated Coast. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt. I have reported on the contamination in the South Bay for years. And at first, it was only a major problem after storms. But since 2017, tainted cross-border flows have become more frequent, even without rain. And as this satellite image from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography shows, the crisis is growing, impacting more communities along our coast. We are dedicating the next half hour to push for federal action to end the contamination. First, let's break down the factors creating the crisis. It's a perfect storm of neglect and rapid urbanization.
Tijuana's population is growing so fast that whole neighborhoods have sprung up practically overnight, with none of the services needed to support them. It means that Tijuana is playing a losing game of infrastructure catch-up,
along with failing infrastructure and illegal dumping. On the Mexican side, there are a handful of private wastewater treatment facilities. At least 3 are run by the state of Baja California, including San Antonio de los Buenos in Punta Bandera, which is considered ground zero of the sewage contamination. The facility is supposed to treat raw sewage, but it hasn't worked properly in years. Currently, it's offline again, meaning about 40 million gallons of untreated sewage flows into the Pacific Ocean every day, starting south of the border, spreading until it contaminates our coast from Imperial Beach to Coronado. On the U.S. side, the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant in San Isidro was built with a capacity of 25 million gallons of wastewater per day. Essentially, it's meant to handle overflow from Tijuana through several canyon collectors and pump stations connected to pipes on the other side of the border. But the facility is historically underfunded, undermaintained, and overwhelmed.
Between 2010 and 2020, over 10 years, only $4 million was spent on this plant's maintenance. And that was clearly not sufficient.
The river takes the brunt of Tijuana's population boom and lax enforcement of environmental laws. The overflow is supposed to be seasonal, only flowing during rainy seasons, but that's not the case. Some homes in Tijuana aren't even connected to a sewer line. Instead, human waste pours into the watershed and into San Diego's Tijuana River Valley, ultimately washing out into the Pacific. Years of contamination landing the Tijuana River on the list of America's most endangered rivers this year.
This estuary is one of the last intact wetlands in the state of California, right? This is a gem right here.
We have been here, us Kumeyaay people, for thousands of years. And to watch this fall apart is a travesty to everybody.
So exactly what is in the water?
This is more than sewage.
Adding to the soup of contamination, tons of trash that gets swept away from the streets of Tijuana, and toxic waste from hundreds of maquiladoras, manufacturing plants that line the canal feeding into the Tijuana River. This mesa is filled with maquiladora plants. And as you can see, this large drainage pipe for the factories, like many more which line this mesa, points in this direction. To this river valley, filled with homes. One of the first stories I did here in San Diego was maquiladora's economic boom, or toxic time bomb. It exposed the toxic chemicals discarded from the factories south of the border and showed how those chemicals were leaching into the groundwater and puddles in Tijuana. It was poisoning well water and leaving children who walked to school each day with skin rashes. Another of many stories years later, in 2017, I reported on the lab test results from San Diego Water Board confirming some of the chemicals forming the toxic soup in the Tijuana River, a river that flows straight into the Pacific Ocean off San Diego's South Bay. Test results from the water in the Tijuana River here. They show arsenic, cadmium, chromium, copper, lead, nickel, silver, zinc.
It's a serious concern. Those are indicators of industrial wastes, and they simply have no place in a natural river.
For the same 2017 report, world-renowned Canadian river conservationist Mark Angelo and I were escorted by U.S. Border Patrol into a restricted area along the Tijuana River deemed a no-go zone. Border agents exposed to the water have been hospitalized with skin rashes and burned lungs. Some even found their boots dissolved.
We've had everything from the rashes to literally agents' boots falling apart after they've walked through, because it's not just sewage. I think people miss that.
What's the reality? What are you seeing? What's happening?
Well, that is the reality. Agents, when exposed to this water and soil, have experienced rashes and other health issues.
Just recently, I was given rare access by Border Patrol once again to the same restricted area just north of the border where we were taken 7 years ago. The same type of trash, from tires to old shoes floating in the water. The familiar stench. But the smell of sewage is even stronger now than it was before.
I can tell you, I've worked this area several nights, and after working a 10-hour shift all night, just breathing in the air that kicks up off the soil and from the water, it can really cause a headache.
Agent Justin Casterone tells me the toxic fumes are part of the job. Keeping the border secure and as safe as possible is their mission, but it requires agents to work in the muck of human waste and industrial runoff from industries operating near the river in Tijuana.
We have to limit our exposure to it. We have special filters put in our vehicles so we can have somewhat clean air filtered into the vehicle. Masks, we have N95 respirators available. So all that put into place is to help secure the health and safety of our agents.
Your title is Border Patrol. How does it affect doing your job when the border is so contaminated? It's an area you really have to take a risk to try to work in.
But we have a great ability to adapt to those situations. And that's what we're doing. We're responsible for this area. We're not going to leave this area unattended or not patrol this area.
The contamination doesn't just stay in the ocean and the Tijuana River.
Just from standing here, I believe it when they say it's not just in the water, it's in the air as well.
It's in the air. Unfortunately, it is.
Between January and May 2019, researchers from Scripps Oceanography sampled water from the Tijuana River as well as the air in IB. They discovered both contain the same bacteria, as sea spray from waves carries bacteria out of the water into the air and toward inland communities.
That's extremely concerning because it has public health impacts to the entire South County of San Diego.
Earlier this year, researchers at San Diego State took things a step forward, releasing a report saying the contamination is soaked into the soil. They also found that people just breathing in the air in impacted areas are exposed to pathogens,
including salmonella, vibrio, strep, listeria, hepatitis, resistant strains of E. coli, Legionella,
and toxic chemicals.
like heavy metals, pesticides, also chemicals associated with personal care products, pharmaceuticals, flame retardants.
Look, we're right next to Coral Gate community. It's a San Isidro community. You have people residing here in the Tijuana River Valley. You have people in Nestor and all the way to Imperial Beach being impacted by this.
And these are communities that in so many respects are already behind the 8 ball when it comes to finances, being able to provide for their families, health and medical resources,
yes.
And to add this on top of them is only adding insult to injury.
Absolutely. This is an environmental injustice, I would say the largest in the nation. We've been suffering this harm for decades, but it's only gotten worse.
What does decades of contamination do to our health? Up next, we'll tell you what doctors in the South Bay are seeing.